let me introduce to you the class of 2021, our Improv Basics class, also known as Bezos' Kids. All right, here they come. So, let's have a big round of applause for our class. Let's hear it for Adam, Melissa, Christy, Lillian, Conrad, and Dave. These are our performers tonight, and we are going to start off with a game called Objection. Now, from the chat, what I would like for you to type in is a very valuable object. Type in a very valuable object. And I'm going to get a suggestion from you in the theater, because what we're going to do is we are going to finally settle one of the great debates of history. However, one debate that you've never heard of, with the objects I'm going to get from the chat and something I'm going to get from you in the theater. And then our performers will hold forth on one of those two topics. So in the theater, the suggestion that I'm looking for is I'm looking for your favorite toy of all time. Favorite toy.
Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's Cube. Perfect. Excellent. Now from the chat, what is our suggestion?
A wedding ring.
A wedding ring. Excellent. So this is the great debate between Rubik's Cube and wedding ring. Yes, it has been raging for centuries, and we're finally going to solve it tonight. Our performers will step forward and hold forth on one of those topics. I will stand off to the side, act as judge and arbiter, and we will finally get down to the bottom of the great debate between Rubik's Cube and wedding ring. Who would like to go first?
I will.
Conrad, go ahead.
I like wedding rings because they're round, they're simple, and they're gold. And they mean that they last forever. The relationship between the one person and the other that has the
Objection!
wedding.
Grounds, Melissa.
A Rubik's Cube you can almost never solve, just like a marriage.
Sustained.
A Rubik's Cube is very tough to solve. You can spend literally a lifetime. Some people can solve them very quickly, but I myself cannot, just like my marriage. And I find squares.
Objection.
Grounds, Dave.
As a colorblind American, I find a reference to the Rubik's Cube offensive.
Sustained. Let's hear from that.
Personally, I've never solved one. I don't really see the point. Wedding ring is supposed to last forever. Marriages don't always last forever. The Rubik's Cube that I got in 1988 is in the original form. Nothing has changed since then.
Object.
Grounds, Conrad.
The wedding ring is just perfectly simple. A Rubik's Cube has colors, complexities.
Conrad, you had me at simple. Sustained. Let's hear more about that.
Well, it's simple. It's round, just like a marriage should be.
Objection.
Grounds, Adam.
Rubik's Cube square and squares in.
Sustained. Let's hear about that.
Being square is super cool. I mean, the Rubik's Cube teaches you math concepts, and fiddling around with it, what does a marriage teach you? Just a lot of headaches. And
Objection.
Objection.
Where's those hands? Christy? Did Christy have her hands up?
Yes, I did.
Grounds.
Adam stole his mom's wedding ring when he was 8 years old.
Oh, okay. Let's hear about that.
When I was younger, I saw Adam steal his mom's wedding ring when he was younger, when he was 8, and then he tried to put it underneath the bed, and then he tried to steal the Rubik's Cube too from his younger sister.
Objection.
Grounds, Dave.
Christy has obviously been stalking Adam for years, since childhood.
Sustained. Let's hear about that.
Christy has been known to show up in Adam's dreams. She's always around. Every time he turns around, she's right behind him. He wakes up at night screaming that Christy is there. Going to talk about the wedding ring again.
Objection!
Grounds, Lillian.
How does he know Adam wakes up screaming?
I don't know. I didn't know us. Sustained.
He says that Chrissy's been stalking Adams for years, but I think it's obvious who the real stalker is in this situation. If he knows what Adams is doing in bed, then I think we need to worry a lot more about Dave than we do about Chrissy. Thank you.
Grounds, Adam.
Lillian's just jealous. She wants Dave to stalk her.
And scene!